Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy, or should I say your unk? I don't know. It's my first time really actually like dropping a vid with a mic. Uh, it's your boy, Trillereezy, like your unk Trillereezy. Alright, so I finally hit Celestial. I don't think I want to go any further. I don't think I want to go any further. It was very difficult this season. It was very difficult. Not necessarily because of like the updates or the changes. I would say definitely because of the community. The community is just so different now. I feel like a lot of new players either joined or maybe players returned, players came back, because of all the different changes and stuff. But overall, I think it was fun. I actually really enjoy the new system. I love the fact that team ups came back. Yeah, I still think I still think Marvel Rivals is a great game. I know it gets a lot of hate. There's a lot of rants. Every day you can go on YouTube. You can search up some rants. You can get some rants on this game. People are always ranting on this game. I have a few rants. I've had a few crash outs. Like, yeah, bruh. Like, this is a game, but it's fun. It's a fun game. So, my thoughts on the seasons. I liked it. I think it was fun. I think it was a fun season. That's my overall. I'm not a pro. I'm a good player. I get good feedback on my my gameplay in this, but I'm not a pro. I did make it to Celestial, so there's that. But yeah. Um, my thoughts for any players trying to grind up. If you're trying to grind up in this game, man, here's my basic like advice to you, basically. I have talking points here, but I don't have a script, so this is just right off the dome. Um, my advice: get a keyboard, because this is console. I'm talking specifically for console. Marvel Rivals console. Get a keyboard. Get a keyboard and type in the freaking chat, bro. Because getting on mic and it's a console, so there's a lot of kids, bro. It's the toxicity is insane. If you're a person who mics up and you deal with people regularly in this game, kudos to you, because I could not do it. I tried, and this is someone who used to play Call of Duty. I'm all for the toxicity. I'm all for the toxicity. I used to love trash talk and all that, but yeah, in this game, it is so hard to get in, these toxic lobbies, to deal with people and try to rank up and win the game, all with like a dude crying in your freaking ear, a dude complaining in your ear, someone complaining in your ear, someone on heels complaining constantly, and this is they're like 20 to damn near 30-minute matches, and you'll have this one person just in your ear. I can't do it, bruh. Not me. I can't do it. I cannot do it. So, yeah, this is my advice. Get a keyboard. There are $20 Bluetooth keyboards you can get right off Amazon. Plug that bitch into your fucking PlayStation, your Xbox, whatever, your console, and type in the chat. It was so much easier when I started doing that. It was way more bearable than to have to argue with someone every damn game, bro. Now, to rank up, bro, I would say you hear all these. I think, what was it, the YouTuber Flats? A lot of YouTubers have these videos on what to ban, characters to ban, things like that. You have to remember, these players are talking from their perspective in high level. They're talking from high level gameplay, bro. So my advice to you, if you're like below, obviously below GM, below Celestial, things like that, stop banning. In every game, it's like Gambit. You know what I mean? I mean, Penny is a good ban, but Penny, and then it'll be something like Punisher or some shit like that. Bro, look at your comp. Look at what everyone selects in your comp. Ban what counters your comp. First of all, when you get to the ban phase and you're selecting your characters, pick your character. Show your team who you're good at playing. Like, pick your best character first. Show your team what you're good at, so everyone can make adjustments right then and there. You got all these players like, oh, you know, I flex. A lot of players, you guys do not flex. You guys are not flex players, bro. There's a difference between flex and fill. They have similar definitions, but if you go look them up, there's a difference between flex and fill. A flex player are good at multiple roles. A fill player is a guy who sits, waits for everyone to select, and then they'll select, and oftentimes they'll select what everyone else didn't select, and they're dog water at that role, bro. Show everyone what you're good at first. Don't just wait for everyone else to pick. Show everyone what you're good at so the team can make adjustments. There's a difference between flex and fill, and people need to understand that. You are not a flex player just because you're selecting support and you're dog water at support. You are not a flex player because you're selecting tank because no one else wants to play tank and you don't even play tank. That's not flex, bro. You're just filling. And oftentimes you're doing bad. You're not helping the team at all by picking a role you're not good at just because no one else will pick it. Yes, you did good for filling a role that needed to be filled, but if there's someone else who's trolling or they just don't want to play tank anymore, they're tilted or something, they need to get on tank, bro. You guys aren't winning if the person who's supposed to be a tank isn't tanking, if the person who's supposed to be support isn't playing support. You need to learn to work with your team. Like, learn to stop playing for your KD. Learn to ask yourself, okay, I have my character, I have my role. What can I do on my role that will help my team win the game? Stop playing for the stat sheet. Stop playing for KD. Learn to play to help your team win the game. And a lot of times, because the way matchmaking works in this game, you will get put on a shit team, especially if you're really good at this game. I'm pretty sure that's what they said in that one devlog. When they tried to explain how the matchmaking works in so many words. If you're really good at the game, more than likely you're going to be put on a shit team and you're wanting to carry. It is what it is. It's how it works until they change it, right? So ask yourself, what can I do with my character that I chose to help this team win the game? Stop trying to assume they're just going to lose and just play for KD. You're not going to rank up that way. So stop doing that. You know, stop getting tilted when you lose one or two team fights, right? So many games where we start the match, right? We get into a team fight. We lose a team fight, and then right off the bat, someone, GG. Y'all are terrible. You know, how many times have you heard someone say that? Y'all are terrible, or someone typed in the chat, y'all are horrible, y'all are terrible. Like, get out of that mindset, bro. If you are as good as you think you are, then you're most likely better than other players, right? So you're gonna need to carry. It is what it is. Most people are dumb. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Learn to carry. It is what it is, man. Take your losses. Take your loss and be like, okay, what did we do here that effed up? Usually, yeah, you're probably gonna be like, okay, this person was dog water on my team. These people were dog water. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but take a loss. Like, what could I have done here? Look at the map that you were on when you took the loss, right? I never thought Angela. Angela did get a lot better in this season, but there's a lot of maps where I was like, yeah, Angela's got to go, because I picked up Mag. I was playing Mag, and there's a lot of maps where Angela can just cheese the hell out of Mag. So when I came into those maps, guess what? I'm banning Angela so I don't get cheesed on Mag. That just is what you do. Ban characters that counter your comp, but also look at different maps, look at what characters do better on certain maps, and if that character is not on your team, get those characters out of there so they don't bother you on that map, so they don't become a problem. Like I said, take your losses and think about it. You know, there's the replay options, and I'll take a look at what was going on and be like, what could we have done better? Who could we have banned that would have made this game a lot easier, or straight up just helped us win the game? Just look at all those things. You're gonna need them for future games anyway, right? If you're getting diffed by one certain character in whatever match, you know, chances are you're gonna run into that same problem again. Chances are you're going to get into a situation where maybe that character doesn't get banned. You know, look at what could I have done differently against this character so that I can learn from that situation and then do better in the future, basically. It's not hard. It's not a hard game. The game is literally like chess. It's literally like chess. Or checkers, or whatever you want to call them. Because maybe chess is even harder than this. But yeah, all in all, Marvel Rivals is a great game. I'm excited for what the new tank that I think they said that Red Hood was going to be a tank. I'm excited to see what that's all about. I'm excited. I hope they add more team ups, because certain characters have way more team ups than others. I want them to add more team ups, and I want them to add team ups that help the character in different situations rather than just different attacks and things like that. I want them to add that'll add more variety to every character, so that you don't have to constantly counter swap, because in high level it becomes a counter swap mess. It's all it is a counter swap mess. You're going, especially if two players understand the game, you're constantly swapping back and forth. This, I think one of the very last games I had, it was me and this other tank player. We were swapping between Thing and a shield tank. It was like Mag, and then I think sometimes he went Strange, but it was like he would go shield, then I would go Thing, then he would go Thing, I'd diff him, he'd diff me, and then I would go shield tank, I would go Mag, then he would go Thing, right? It was just going back and forth like that, but we eventually won that game. But it was a counter swap mess. So I hope they add more team ups that allow certain characters to be able to handle different situations, and that'll just mix the game up even more, you know, instead of just adding more power, more different attacks and things like that, just trying to break the characters even further, just different team ups, and hopefully more balance between the team ups. But yeah, it was fun. I'm going to definitely stop here at Celestial. I don't think I need to rank up any further. I'll wait for another season maybe. Yeah. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know if you want, any advice on characters. I usually just play tank and support, but I have like controller settings. I feel like the settings in this game are really good. I have like damn near buttery smooth controller settings. If you want my settings, let me know. I can drop that. I'll do a video on that maybe. If you want me to pick up a character, using, I guess, my knowledge as a Celestial player or whatever, on console to help you play that, or just my basic knowledge on team formations and stuff like that. I feel like I have pretty good knowledge. I get pretty good feedback, right? People love when I play Mag. They loved when I play Mag. I've been told I'm a pretty good tank player. I'm a decent support. I definitely feel like I have a lot more work to do with support. I'll probably play way more support in the future, so I can just get better at it. There's a lot of things I can learn. DPS, I don't think there's a lot I need to learn on DPS. DPS, you don't have a lot to do in this game. You're pretty free. You just kill stuff. And if you kill the right person, get the right pick, you can literally help your team win the game. So personally, I have another video on this, but I do feel like DPS is the easiest role. Don't hate me. I'm sorry. I just do. You're so free to do whatever you want. You can be dog water on DPS, team can still win. You cannot be dog water on tank or support, and the team will not win. Everyone's gonna be flaming that ass. So, yeah. But yeah, let me know, if you want advice on other things, my controller setup, advice on characters, team formation, things like that. Just let me know. Yeah, take it easy, man.